best. You are the best one. Your ibadat is the best. Your knowledge is the best. When you think you are the best of best, you are not the buddy of Imam Hussain, you are the shaitan's buddy. When we think we are the best, we are the buddy of Iblis. We are into the army of Iblis very clearly. There's an order from Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Imam Hussain says in one of his ahadith, when you leave your home, you have to consider yourself the least among the mu'mineen. You got the point? This is not my word. This is not my word. This is the word of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. When you leave your home, you go out, you have to consider yourself the least among the mu'mineen. What does it mean? 100% opposite of takabbur. 100% surrendered to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. 100% humble to Allah and Rasul. If you think we are the good, we are the best, I'm this and that, my family, my job, my business, my name, my title, we are not the men of Ahlul Bayt. That means we are the Iblis, we are the Shayateen. We are part of the army of Iblis. Before we die, we have to kill the roots of kufr from our hearts. We have no choice, my brothers. Number 3, it is hasad, jealous. Number 3, it is jealous. Kill the root of kufr. I saw a hadith from Imam Jawad alayhi salatu wasalam where he say, call hasad on the basis of a spirit, it is just like AIDS. When you get this disease, it's very tough to heal. So before you get this disease, when you feel you're having hasad, kill it in its initial state. Otherwise, if this disease is going to increase, it's going to kill you. And this disease is going to remain with your spirit. Be very careful. Always kill this bad quality. Hasad, jealous, is the worst quality almost. According to Imam Jawad, this quality, this bad quality is just like AIDS. If it's going to catch you, or you're going to catch this disease, it's going to remain with you. So kill it in initial state. We have no choice. This is the root of kufr. If a person drones, he will die. If you drone into the bad qualities, bad attributes, we will die. Doesn't matter if we drone into the water. Yes, when we drone into the water, we are dead. But if you drone into the sin, into the dreams, into the ignorance, hatred, revenge, we are dying. We are dead. Now, we should not let ourselves go into the ocean of hatred, lies, sins. No, we have to keep ourselves away from these things, and we have to keep ourselves away from all these bad qualities, and then we have to generate good qualities. We have to achieve good qualities in ourselves. This is what we ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala into our qunut, dua. This ayah from Quran, رَبَّنَا إِنَّنَا سَمِعْنَا مُنَادِيًا يُنَادِي لِلْإِيمَانِ أَنْ آمِنُوا بِرَبِّكُمْ فَآمَنَا. Oh Allah, I heard the voice of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
And we become mu'min to him. We become Muslim to him. Oh Allah, we did this for sake of you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now help us. رَبَّنَا فَغْفِرْ لَنَا ذُنُوبَنَا. Oh Allah, forgive our sins. We have a lot of sins. We have a lot of mistakes. Imam Ali Najib al-Agha says, if you want to forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's a preface for it, there's a muqaddamah for it. First, admit that you have done sin to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, admit. You cannot trick Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I cannot trick Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, I did this because I was, oh Allah, I did this because, No. Oh Allah, I made a mistake and I don't want to make it again. Please forgive me. Admit it, but not to anyone except with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to hide our sin from anyone, from every human being except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we have to admit our sin to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, I made this mistake, I did it. And please forgive me, I don't want to do it again anymore. So we have to ask forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. رَبَّنَا فَقُلْ لَنَا ذُنُوبَنَا وَكَفِّرْ عَنَّا سَيِّئَاتِنَا. Oh Allah, we have made a lot of sayyat. You can fix the problems. I cannot do that without your help. We have to ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَتَوَفَّنَا مَعَ الْأَبْرَارِ. And at the end, oh Allah, please give us a chance to be with the best of mu'mineen. Who are the best of mu'mineen? Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam. Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. We have to stay with them. We have to live with them. So Allah give us a chance to be with them. My brothers, we can hide everything. I can hide everything from you, and you can hide everything from us. But Allah is watching us always, and Allah has 4 cameras around us. Oh, 4 cameras? Oh Allah, where are your camera? I don't see. I see the center's camera, but I don't see your camera. Yes, according to Quran, Allah has 4 cameras. Number 1, Quran says, Alam ya'alam bi'anna Allah yara. Don't you know that? I'm watching you. Number 1. He is always watching you. I mean, this is my word. You can say Sheikh Ammar is talking something. I don't care. This is the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alam ya'alam bi'anna Allah yara. Don't you know that? I'm always watching you. Camera number 1. What is the camera number 2? In another ayah in Quran. ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. You cannot make any movement unless it is recorded by angels sitting on your shoulders. You cannot do anything. Every single movement is recorded by malaika. Every single movement is recorded by Allah and malaika. The second group watching us. Then what is the third group? Who is the third one? Quran says, يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا. This land is watching us. And the day of Qiyamah, this land is going to tell about us to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا. That day, this land is going to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, he is lying, he did this, and I am witness here. We cannot escape away from this land. Everywhere you go, we are with this land. This land is watching us, recording our news, and she is going to talk, he or she, I don't know what is the land. But whatever it is, she's going to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She's going to give news to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This land. This is number 3. And then what is number 4? تُكَلِّمُنَا أَيْدِيهِمْ وَتَشْهَدُ أَرْجُلَهُمْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ. In the day of Qiyamah, our hands, they are going to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our legs, they are going to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our organs, they are going to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we human beings, we are going to try to stop them. Oh, don't talk to Allah. Oh, stop. We're not going to make it. This hand will talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm going to stop my leg. No, don't talk. This leg is going to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My organs, everything, my wujud is going to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm trying to hide them, stop them, control them. But they're going to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just one more sentence and I'm done. 2 sentences on the side and Rosa, and I'm finished. This majlis is for Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Yaqubi, one of the Muwarrikhin, he was from 3rd century. close to the time of Janab Sheikh Saduq, in close to the Sobra and Cobra in that time, almost. Yaqubi says, from the Sunni scholars, great scholars in that time, about Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wassalam. You know what they say? وَكَانَ أَفْضَلُ النَّاسِ وَأَشَدُّهُمْ عِبَادَةً. Imam Sajjad was the best of best human being in his time. كَانَ أَفْضَلُ النَّاسِ وَأَشَدُّهُمْ عِبَادَةً. And he was the man of worship. He spent his entire life helping others and worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أَشَدُّهُمْ عِبَادَةً. He was the best among all human beings in ibadah, in worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam. وَكَانَ يُسَمَّى زَيْنُ الْعَابِدِينَ. That's why people, they used to call him the beauty of worshippers. زَيْنُ الْعَابِدِينَ. وَكَانَ يُسَمَّى أَيْضًا غَفَّفَنَاتٍ. What is that tafanat? لما كان في وجهه من أثر السجود. Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu, he has a lot of alama, he has signed here for sajda. Because of this, he had a title at that time. People would just call him with that title. Just like Sayyidul Sajideen, just like Zainul Abideen. This is our Imam. وَكَانَ يُسَلِّ فِي الْيَوْمِ وَاللَّيْلَةِ أَلْفَ رَكْعَةٍ. Sajjad, he used to pray in day, night time, 1,000 rak'ah. People, they call themselves Shia, they left him alone. They left him alone. Imam Sajjad was living years. If you read the history of Imam Sajjad, you will cry. You will cry. Who killed Imam Hussain? Huh? Who killed Imam Hussain? In the night of Ashura, Umar Ishaq was searching few people to send a message to Imam Hussain. He called, oh buddy, come here. Take this message to Imam Hussain. He said, no, I'm not going, Imam Hussain. Why are you not going? He said, because we were the people, we invited Hussain ibn Ali. When he sent Muslim, we killed him. I feel ashamed. I cannot go to visit Imam Hussain, see Imam Hussain into his eyes. He called another person. Oh, come on, you. Take this letter to Imam Hussain. He said, no, I'm not going to see Imam Hussain. Why? We invited Hussain to Kufa, and now he's here stuck in Karbala. I can't say into his eyes. Oh, you come here. You take this message. All of them said, no, we are not going to take this message. They left their Imam alone. That's why Karbala happened. Lots of Shi'ayan, they left Imam Allah alone. They left Imam Musa Qadim alone. They left Imam Hassan alayhi salatu salam alone. كان يصلي في اليوم والليل 1000 ركعة. At this point, ولما غسل وجد على كتفيه جلب كجلب البعير. Basically, I searched this word in English. I couldn't find the exact word, but I will give you the explanation. When a person works hard, his skin gets thick in some parts of his hand. We call this in Farsi pine. Callus? One salawat wa shaykh Kulaini. Allahumma salli ala Callus, right? Callus. When they were washing Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, they were giving ghusl to Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, they found calluses on his chest and on his back. Just like calluses of camels. When they were washing the body of Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, giving ghusl, they found these things on the back of Imam Sajjad alayhi salam. My brothers, this is not going to happen if you do this one night, two nights. For his entire life, Imam Sajjad, he used to carry the bags on his shoulders or back. and go to the streets in the city and help the poor and needies. For his entire life, I don't need to see into the history saying that Imam Sajjad did this for his entire life. This is the document here. This is the document. This is not going to happen unless you do something for your entire life. When people, they were washing the dead body of Ayatollah Khuy Rahmatullah Alayhi in Najaf, killed by Saddam Mal'oon, they found this alama, calluses, on his chest, like this, like a V. You know why they found this? He was a very old man, and he couldn't hold the books in his hand. So he used to put books on his chest, hold like this and study the books. Ayatollah Khuy Rahmatullah Alayhi. After 20, 30 years, he had this sign on his chest. This alama is a sign of what? That this is Imam. This is the son of Rasulullah. This is the son of Fatima Zahra Salamullah. This is the son of Ali ibn Abi Talib. This is the son of Hussain ibn Ali. ولما غسل وجد على كتفه جلب كجلب البعير فقيل لأهله ما هذه الآثار قالوا من حمله للطعام في الليل يدور به على منازل الفقراء. Because Imam Sajjad, he was carrying the food for poor people, for needies, for his entire life, and helping to the needies and people and fuqara and poor and hungry people into the city. This was a duty, this was a job. This was the habit of Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wassalam. قال سعيد بن مسيب ما رأيت قط أفضل من علي ibn al-Hussain. One of the scholars said, I never saw a person in my entire life like Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wassalam, and you people left him alone. How could you kill him? How could you torture him? This is very natural. They did the same thing to Rasulullah. How is it possible? They did it to Rasulullah. They did the same thing to Janab Zahra, Fatima al-Zahra, the most single one beloved daughter of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ajib. What of this nation? I cannot understand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I cannot understand. The best one to Rasulullah, they killed Janab Zahra between the wall and door. They killed Janab Zahra between the door and wall. They killed Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib with the sword of dhulm. Very simply. They killed Amir al-Mu'mineen. That's how you pay back to Amir al-Mu'mineen. That's how you want to pay back to Rasulullah. This is your mawaddah. This is your love to Rasulullah and Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu salam. You people wanted to pay back to Rasulullah. Rasulullah, you have done a lot of things for us. Now we want to pay you back. That's how you're paying back. Killing his daughter. That's how you're paying back to Rasulullah. Killing his son, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu salam. That's how you're paying back to Rasulullah. For his entire life, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussain, when they used to come Rasulullah, he used to take them and sit on their lap and kiss them. Imam Hassan always kissed Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Rasulullah was kissing them, and now you are killing them. That's how you are paying back to Ahlul Bayt. That's how you are paying back to Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. You grabbed him into the Karbala and you killed Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. That's how you're going to pay back to Rasulullah. Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam, after the Karbala, he lived almost 34, 35 years. For his entire life, he cried for his father Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. For his entire life, when he saw the water, he cried on Hussain. When he saw the food, he cried on Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Some people, they came and they asked from Imam Sajjad, oh Imam Sajjad, how much you are going to cry? Stop crying. You know what he said? The Janab Yaqub, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi, he had one son, Janab Yusuf, and he missed Janab Yusuf, he was lost. And Janab Yaqub, he used to know that one day Janab Yusuf is going to come back. But he cried for his entire life. And I saw in front of my eyes 18th of Bani Hashim, Ahlul Bayt, they have been slaughtered by Yazid's army. How can I don't cry? How is it possible? They killed 72 best ashab of my father Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam. How can I don't cry? I have to cry. You know, they killed my Ammu Abbas, they cut off his hands. They killed my brother Ali Akbar, they killed my brother Janab Qasim, they killed Janab Muhammad al-Aun, and even though killed very small brother who was only 6 months old on the father of his hand, Janab Ali Asghar, with their sword. How can I stop crying? I have to cry for my entire life. And at the end, they cut off my father's son, my father's head, and put it on the spear. Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. When the caravan of Imam Hussain was moving towards Kufa, one of the Sahabi of Rasulullah came to Imam Sajjad. His name was Sahil Sa'idi. He says, "Oh Imam Sajjad, I know you. You are Ahlul Bayt. I'm sorry I could not help you because I was in Palestine. I was in Bayt al-Muqaddas. I know this face. What face you know? I know this is the face of Hussain ibn Ali. I know this is the face of Abbas. I know this is the face of Ali Akbar, who is the most closest one to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam." When he looked to the face of Ali Akbar on the spear, he said, "Ra'asun zahuriyun qamariyun." I know this shining face like a moon. This is Ali Akbar, copy of Rasulullah. Ashbahul khalqi bar Rasulullah. Oh Imam Sajjad, I know. And then Imam Sajjad told, "Oh Sahil Sa'idi, if you have some money on you, pay to these people and take my father's head, you know, in somewhere else, because people, they're watching toward my father's head, and because of watching towards my father's head, they're watching my Nawamis, my aunt, my mother, my sisters. I don't want to see that. How can I stop crying? I have to stop, but I cannot stop crying. I have to cry for my entire life, because what I have seen, nobody has seen on this planet. سَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أي منقلب ينقلبون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون رضا بقضائه تسليما لأمره اللهم وفقنا لما تحب وترضى وجنبنا عما تكره وتنهى ربنا لا تؤاخذنا بسوء أعمالنا ولا تسلط علينا من لا يرحمنا ربنا لا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد